Hi. The first thing you need to do is find somewhere to put the pictures when you download them. You can either use an existing file or folder or create a new one. To create a new one, if you're in Windows, which is all I'm familiar with, I'm afraid, is find a space on the desktop, right click, which will bring up a menu, scroll down the menu until you come for the word New. A cross with New brings you to another menu, and on there is Folder. Click on that, change the name to whatever you want. I've got this one here, quite nattily Pictures for Poems, just in case there's any confusion, and we're off and running. Of course, the second thing you need is a program to run it, to do this kind of work. I would recommend Photoscape X. And so if we go into the internet, into Webbery, and just type in the search box Photoscape X, it'll come up straight away. Photoscape X. You get it from the the Microsoft Store, or you can go direct to the programmer. But there it is. Click on it, and if I remember right, it's pretty simple. There you go. Download the free version, Photoscape X. There you go. So you just download it, and that's it. Done and dusted. It's not playing now. So we've now got somewhere to put the pictures, the images, and a machine program thingy to actually make the magic. So first thing we do, we need to find some pictures, some images. There are three main ones. There's Pixabay, although that's recently been bought into Shutter, whatever, and another one, iStock or something. So they've merged, which means there isn't anywhere near the amount of good stuff available for free that there was on Pixabay. However, there is still Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S, and a new one called Unsplash. I'll show you those. So we'll go to Pexels first. Come straight up with some free stock photographs. That's a lovely image. That's a lovely image. Some great stuff, great stuff. Choose one around it. That's a brilliant one, isn't it? Let's have a black and white one. There's some colour ones further on. Of course, you can just search for anything. See what comes up. I'm going to go with that image. Click on the image to bring it up into the large thing, and there you'll see free download. If you click the box beside it, you'll see the different sizes. Now the original was very big, that one's very large. I'll just go for a medium one. And you can download the selected size. But before you do, I just want to show you something. It tells you all you need to know about it. It's free to use. Paris, grayscale. It's not a man, it's a lady. Anyway, that's the thing. You're looking for the free to use. So we download the selected size, 1280 by 1920. I'm going to save it to my little folder place. I did one earlier just to see what it would like. There you go. Boom, save. Replace the one. Yes, we'll replace it. Thank you. I might as well do another one as well, a colour one. So the other one I was talking about was Unsplash. That's linked to the Wix site that we built, or Rena built rather. There you go. So we can search for anything there. Let's keep it simple. Woman. And let's put retro. So there's a lovely image. Oh, that'll be quite difficult to do. Let's do that one. There's one or two little tricks I need to show you. So once again, we'll click on that. Download free, yes, but what size do we want? Well, let's just do medium again. And there you go, free to use under Unsplash license. And you can click on that to check what the license entails. I'll show you it's fine. So we can go ahead and download that to the same place. Boom, there you go. Shoot down the interwebbery. I always want to say shrubbery. Anyway. So in our file we should have, there you go, that's the two new ones. So the next step is to open up the new app, the Photoscape X that we've downloaded and installed. We click on that. You want the editor, look across the top here. Viewer, editor, it's the editor you want. And on the next line down, it's the folders you want. Not the favourites, the folders. And then it lists your desktop, if that's the one where you placed it. So click on, if you put it in documents, documents are there, downloads are there, favourites are there, whatever you decide to do. I just put it on desktop, so click on desktop and go down to find that folder, which was pictures of bones there. So I'll click on that rather. It brings me to this little window here. Pick the easy one first, the black and white one. There we go. So now I need a poem. Any will do for this demonstration. So I've got some here. I'll just click on that on my open, what's it, cheapo free version of Word, Microsoft Word. Highlight it all. Copy. Shut that down. Go to Insert and Text. It's nice bright yellow for some reason, oh, never mind. And then we don't type in anything here. You go to the text box, editor box, clear the word text, and then paste. Right click and paste from the menu that comes up, the text. There you go. Now obviously it's far too big at the moment, but I'll leave it like that for a second so you can see the settings outline and drop shadow. See? Without them, make a dramatic difference. Not always the better to have them, but bear in mind these little things, when we're dealing with text against pictures, it's the resolution, the readability that's important, and these little things can help. So, from experience, I would knock that 3 off for a start, get it from 392 to 92. It's still a bit big, but we're almost there. How far have we got? Quite a bit yet, yeah. Not too bad actually. Now I don't like the yellow, so I'm going to change that. Click, the first one here is changes the colour of the ink or print or whatever. I'm going to put plain white because I'm boring like that. That's 92. We could reduce that, but of course it's proportional. So the overall print is getting smaller and smaller. Let's put it back up to 92 and try something else. Now, if you go to more options here, you'll see line spacing, and those are pretty big lines, spaces. So if you close those up, oops, wrong way, not dexterous today. Move those down. I think that's probably as far as I can go. So we're going to have to now reduce it a little bit, but not as much as we did before. There you go. So now we've got a poem on there. The problem is, we've got white print, because I didn't like the gaudy yellow, but it's such a light background at the top. Fine down here, but not so up here. So let's see what it's like without the drop shadow on. Still pale. Still not really, but it looks better to me if we do something like that. But notice how cramped it is now. So now we'll just open it up a little bit with that line spacing again. If we've gone too far. Keep your eye on the top and the bottom. There you go. Alright, okay. So for now we could take this off on one side. And here's another little trick that I'd like to use. Up on your menu here, it's on open on insert. Take the solid block here, the square, click it, bring up the colour, bring it onto here, and screw it down there, like that. Yep. Right, looks awful, doesn't it? Well, now if you lower the opacity here, as it's a rectangle, as it goes down, it's pretty swish to me, is that? But what does it look like with the print on? So if we click back on the print, see how the markers jump from there to the new image that's been clicked or requested, and we slide it across. Now what's happened there is it's gone underneath. All this is all about is layers. Layers of colour, print, image. So if we go on to keep this highlighted, this activated with the rings around it, right click on the image and look here, look, bring forward, bring to the front. So bring that to the front, there you go, it's all white again now. But it's still not really very clear, is it? The only way we could improve that would be to darken it. Which would mean clicking back on here, delicate alteration, let's see if I can seal them. So now you can see that the arrows, the circles have moved to the outer edge of the colour. So that's highlighted. And that's confirmed by the fact we know it's not fully opaque. We reduce the opacity, and there it is. So if we now put the opacity up again, we should meet a happy medium. That's not too bad. How about if we just use black? Boring, I know, but still. Marvellous, a lot better. And now we can, as you can see immediately, you'll be able to reduce the opacity on that quite a bit and still keep it clear. There you go. Another option you could do would be to change the background to a white and use a black use black for the lettering, for the text. Sorry, I'll wear the fairies in for a minute. But that's no, that's good. Now click on the main back here. Gets rid of all that, and then you see the image. One final thing you need to do is to right click and pick merge all layers. Don't ask me what these do. I did find out at one point, but it never seemed to make any difference, so I just leave it as it is. Just click that one. There you go. Boom. That's done. So now you can save it. You can either save as and set a new place, or just save, make sure it's to the right place. Pictures for poem, desktop, yeah, that's the one. Pooh, there you go. That's done. Now let's have a look at the second one we downloaded. Click on that, get rid of that one, and this one. Now this is a different shape entirely. So straight away you got to be thinking, well, if you're going to put one in the middle or either side, depending on the length of the poem, unless it's a very short one, it's going to look odd because you're going to have a lot of picture, whatever. Although, if you look at the way these ladies are walking, you can have a poem behind them, depending on the subject matter, or in front of them. And because of the movement, you get away with the whole scene. But look at all the different colours. The dark and the light and the shade and blah, that's going to be quite a nightmare. Unless we put some sort of colouring in it. But what colour? What's predominant colour? I don't know. It's summery, you don't want it too... I would go for one of these sort of reddy browns, or maybe this lady's red dress, or even the pink top. So I'll go and see. So once again, at the top, we've clicked insert, we go to there, boom, just leave it black for now. And then you can go down to here, click the dropper, put it over the address, probably darker is better, click that, and I've got that sort of bronzy goldy colour. Take that, put it on here, far too light, so decrease the opacity again, so increase the opacity again, increase the opacity again. Now before we do that, let's just check the colouring. It might look better with the pink. So we'll go back down to the dropper, at the top. That looks insipid, doesn't it? So click on the solid colour again, at the dropper, on the dress, maybe lighter there. Increase the opacity. Oh, you see, you've lost it. Interesting, isn't it? So I took it from experience from the shade. Oh, here. There you go, it's back again. A little bit, I want it a little bit higher. There. Maybe down a little bit. Boom. Then we can put the text in, here again. Got the same as before. I don't know why it's gone so big now. I think we're going to have to knock that down to start with, really. Let's put it down at 100. Same poem, same method. Paste. Oh, that's quite small, isn't it? So we can increase this. Drag it over there. quite bold. No, doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference at all. Crease it a little bit more. That's it, right up there. That's nice and big. Then we can go back to the line spacing and reduce that so they're closer together. Just in, there you go, that's it. Little tip, always keep the preserve aspect ratio ticked. That way, the letters will be proportional and you won't get an elongate and stretch when you adjust them. That's that. Let's try the drop shadow. So I got rid of that for the other one, but I kept the outline. So we'll do the drop shadow as well. I think that looks better than that. Maybe if you look closely, it's quite a big shadow, quite far distant. So if you change the distance, you can move that down here. See distance? Just nudge that down a little bit. It's less obvious, but still has the effect. Click on here, out of the thing. There you go. Merge it. There you go. Boom. Save. Save. All done and dusted. And that's how you do poems on pictures.